They buried over 100 bodies behind that old mosque. But one night, the caretaker discovered something no one could explain. Every single grave was empty.
Hello everyone. If horror fascinates you, if darkness intrigues you, and if you enjoy stories that refuse to be forgotten, then welcome to the Storyteller, where every story is told for a reason.
On the outskirts of a forgotten village in northern India, far beyond the noise of highways and city lights, stood an abandoned mosque. It wasn't destroyed. It wasn't ruined. It was simply left behind. The villagers called it the Silent Mosque. No prayers had echoed within its walls for years. No footsteps crossed its courtyard after sunset. And behind it, hidden by overgrown trees and broken stone walls, lay an old graveyard. Over 100 graves. No one visited them. No one maintained them. And no one ever spoke about them. Not anymore. Amaan Khan didn't believe in stories. He believed in survival. At 28, broke and desperate for work, he had traveled from city to city doing whatever jobs he could find. So when someone offered him a position as a night caretaker for an abandoned mosque with unusually high pay, he didn't ask questions. He accepted, even when the man who hired him avoided eye contact. Even when the villagers went silent the moment he mentioned the place. Even when an old shopkeeper muttered under his breath, "People who stay there at night don't stay for long." Amaan just smiled. Superstitions didn't scare him, but hunger did. The first night was quiet. Too quiet. Amaan locked the rusted iron gate just after sunset and began his patrol. The courtyard was wide, cracked with age, surrounded by broken arches and faded walls. The mosque itself stood in the center, still intact but hollow, like a body without a soul. Behind it, the graveyard. Rows of uneven earth stretched into darkness. Amaan avoided looking at it for too long. Not because he was scared, but because something about it felt wrong, as if the ground itself was watching him. Time passed slowly. The wind barely moved. Even the insects were silent. And then, at exactly 2:13 a.m., Amaan heard it. Footsteps, slow, heavy, dragging across gravel. He froze. The sound wasn't outside the gate. It was inside. Amaan grabbed his flashlight. The beam cut through the darkness as he stepped into the courtyard. "Who's there?" he called out. No answer, only silence. But the footsteps continued, coming from behind the mosque, from the graveyard. Amaan hesitated. For the first time, doubt crept in. Then he shook his head and moved forward. Each step felt heavier, the air colder, his breath sharper. The moment he crossed into the graveyard, the footsteps stopped. The silence was suffocating. Amaan slowly scanned the graves. Everything looked untouched until his light fell on one, a grave near the edge. The soil wasn't flat like the others. It was disturbed, uneven, loose, as if something had clawed its way out. Amaan's throat went dry. He crouched down, shining the light closer. There were marks in the soil, not shovel marks, not animal tracks, finger marks, long, deep, desperate. Amaan didn't sleep the next day. He couldn't. His mind kept replaying the image of that grave. That night, he returned prepared. Flashlight, stick, and a growing sense of unease. At exactly 2:13 a.m., the footsteps returned, this time louder, closer, and faster. Amaan didn't wait. He ran toward the graveyard. The sound moved deeper inside, leading him, pulling him, until suddenly he saw it. A figure stood between the graves, tall, still, completely black. No face, no movement, just watching. Amaan raised his flashlight. The beam hit the figure, and it vanished. Gone. But the footsteps didn't stop. They shifted, now behind him, right behind him. Amaan turned slowly. Nothing. But then, a breath. Hot, rotten, right against his neck. Amaan stumbled back, heart racing. There was something there, something close, something watching him. But he couldn't see it, and somehow, that was worse. The next morning, Amaan made a decision. He needed answers. He picked up a shovel and returned to the disturbed grave. The digging was slow, exhausting. The deeper he went, the heavier the air felt. Until, thud, wood, a coffin. Amaan froze. His hands trembled as he cleared the dirt. Then slowly, he opened it. Inside, nothing. No body, no bones, nothing. Confusion turned into panic. Amaan moved to the next grave, dug again. Another coffin. Empty. Another. Empty. Another. Empty. He kept digging. Faster. Desperate. Sweating. Breathing hard. Grave after grave after grave. All empty. Over 100 graves. And not a single body. That night, Amaan didn't try to run. He waited standing in the courtyard, watching the darkness. At exactly 2:13 a.m., the footsteps came again. But this time, they weren't alone. There were many, dozens, surrounding the mosque, moving through the graveyard, dragging across the ground. Amaan stepped back slowly, and then he saw them. Figures emerged from the darkness, covered in dirt, clothes torn, skin pale, eyes hollow, bodies twisted in unnatural ways. They moved slowly, like something learning how to walk again, like something that didn't belong in the world of the living. They weren't ghosts, they were real, too real. The buried had returned. One of them stepped forward, closer, closer, until it stood inches from Amaan, its face cracked, its mouth barely moving. And then it spoke, in a voice dry as dust. "You took our place." Amaan's body froze. Before he could scream, everything went dark. The next morning, the villagers found the mosque gate open. Amaan Khan was gone. They searched the graveyard and found something new, a freshly dug grave with a name carved into the stone, Amaan Khan. Inside was his body, eyes wide open, face frozen in pure terror. And if you ever find yourself near that mosque after 2:13 a.m., listen carefully, because the footsteps are still looking for someone to replace.
Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe our channel for more interesting stories.